Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 80 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1, 2, Reload. So in the end, all I found in the gym, I'm gonna guess, it's been like over a week since I played it, I'm gonna guess he's gonna say, was more questions or something like that. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. I was close. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Alright, and once again, I've forgotten to put my notes on the screen. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Alright, let's start by talking with Hina, who is in the dining hall. So yeah, she's right there. So let's jump to this location. And let's go here. So you can already start piecing together exactly why Hiro was a bit weirded out by us. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Okay, now the next place that we want to go to is the library. Just to note, I do not believe you have to do this. I'm just simply doing it just to try and get, you know, as much of the dialogue of the game as possible. I would say like 99% of it I got. I think I got through pretty much every conceivable potential dialogue option that you can go through, so that's good. So just watching this gives you the full thing. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Okay, and let's go to the garden now. I also find it funny that, you know, Makoto says, like, why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying, like he individualizes, I guess you could say, Byakuya and Hina and Hiro, even though they sort of all reacted the same way, but they have to do that because they can't expect the player to know to go to each of those ones. I think is kind of the little thing that they do there. Hey, Hiro. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, no. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? See? Exactly my point there. Alright, next we're going to go to the bio lab. So let's go over here. I like to use the R1 and L1 buttons to try and strafe down corridors. It just makes you go that little bit faster. Saved 2 seconds of your life. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko. Alright, let's examine Toko. Ooh, and look, one of the things is open. Toko, are you okay? No! She's not dead, is she? She's back. Ugh. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold, I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep. Nah, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there, staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hard and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Let me just read that again, because now I was kind of concentrating on doing the voice a little bit, or at least the mannerism of the voice, and I didn't actually understand what was being said. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it's like bad thing, because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. If she forgets, I totally remember. But if you guys don't share memory, how does that work? Anyway, not important. Except for the fact that we get Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here, around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
I'm
I knew it!
fire.
I totally knew it! I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Alright, let's try examining the body. Give me a second. Oh, no, it's fine. The fridge, it's open, but I'm sure they're all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh, yeah,
It would seem
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything got to be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it. Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then.
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it. Okay, let me just make sure, so... I think I have to speak to her first. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Alright, let's examine the body now. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it, I can't look inside. And now I think we talk to her again. Group photo. Huh. Okay, so, whoops. I think this is exactly the same thing. So I need to examine... Do I need to examine the top? Yes. Whoops. I need to examine the top. Sorry. You know, I think I've seen a top like this somewhere before. Ah, it's the same as the one I found in the garden, the tool shed. And if I remember, that top, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the top that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Tarp has been updated in the Truth Board section of your handbook. Cool, and is that it? Let me see. Examine the morgue. Okay. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But these ones aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? Biolab lights has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file says they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference. Actually, the Monokuma file says that they were at least several days old, which is not what she said, but whatever. Let's just ignore that part.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
I feel like things are going a little slow. I am going to pause recording and see if anything's going wrong with the recording, because I feel like it is. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's keep going. So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about that Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusawa. Mukuro Ikusawa's profile has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait. Are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad, leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations. Yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now, why not just continue? Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad, even once, since you got here?
What?
What?
So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room. Why didn't I think of that?
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because,
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
what? If that's true,
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So,
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? And it says class number 78, urgent interviews.
So,
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
anyway,
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes any sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In
Ramble?
other words,
So, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
however,
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it. I guess... She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not. Because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Alright, so pretty much going to end it here, but I will just try and get to the DVD room, which is now over here. Alright, and oops, if I can turn, there we go. And we'll go inside and leave it there. Alright, we are pretty close now after we watch this DVD. We're pretty much, oh, hang on a sec. I'll leave it here, but don't watch the DVD yet. Like, if you're following along, don't watch the DVD yet. I'm going to make a save before I do. It shouldn't matter, but yeah, I'll explain more next time. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 80 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1 to Reload. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.